George made a good first impression on the Countess at the Villa de Vasconcelos, in Spain. Working together, they uncovered a long-lost family chalice hidden by the Templars in the estate mausoleum. Entrusted with the chalice, George promised the Countess that he would find the tomb of her ancestor, Don Carlos, the knight who had sworn to find his missing children and was never seen again. I did just... Is this the right bit? Now, if we go to the airport... Yeah, okay, we can't go to Syria anymore, so it is the right part. That actually didn't help me, that last bit there. Because I'm not sure where we actually go from... Am I actually in the right place? Hang on. Manual save. Yeah, it must be. Yeah, because we just were at the Bull's Head cave. I forget what the last thing we looked at was, though. Oh well, let's just talk to everyone.
Hi there. Bonjour. Ah, Monsieur Hardy, no? Stobart. George Stobart.
Yeah, you go to a few places in Europe, Kyle.
Do you know anything about medieval communion cups?
No, monsieur. I was a duffer at school when it came to history.
I don't think we can show him that, can we?
What do you think this lens could be used
Oh no, we got
for?
the lens, yeah.
Hard to say, monsieur.
That was it. So I was looking at that as something else for some reason.
I'd like to shake you by the hand.
Do you want to be arrested?
Oh yeah, he knows that we've got a shock buzzer.
Thanks for your help, officer.
Yeah, I know where we are now. I know where we are. I think we have to go to Montfaucon. Let's go to the museum first and show Andre. What is, yeah, the idea of paying for subscriptions for shit to work in your car is insane to me.
Pardon me.
Oui, monsieur?
Does this old cup mean anything to you?
Nothing, monsieur.
Does this lens mean anything to you?
Not a thing, monsieur.
Not a thing, monsieur.
Thanks for your help.
Right, come on then, Andre.
Hi, Andre.
Hello, Georgie. Where have you been? Nicole said you were away.
I just returned from Syria.
Syria? On the trail of the Templars?
It's a long story, but I found the bull's head. It was referred to on the manuscript, remember?
Yes. What is it?
A secret cave built into a high cliff face. In the cave, I discovered a map bearing a phrase in Latin. In accidenta cita est in ora mundi.
The island of Britain.
Lies at the edge of the world to the west.
Strange. That map seems to contain a series of pointers.
Like I said, it's a treasure map. What do you make of this cup, Andre?
It's a 14th century communion vessel. Spanish, probably.
You sure know your onions.
What kind of, like, stuff do they have, like, subscription-wise for cars? Are you in the Louvre right now? This is not the Louvre, no. Like, supercharging. I'm sorry, like, the idea of having to charge for, of being charged to charge your car quicker is fucking ridiculous.
Does this lens mean anything to you?
Nothing.
Thanks for your help,
Absolutely
Andre.
ridiculous.
You're welcome.
You can get banned from supercharging. What is this like future we are in? It's more than Netflix and other subscriptions that you can use in the car on the move. Can you not just log in with your normal Netflix thing then? Is there any point going to the... Let's go and... The only point to go here, it seems, is to... It's got a telephone. And we can talk to this old chap. But that seems to be it. Yeah, but they need internet.
Hello again.
Yes, Inspector.
Oh, so we're only talking about like a subscription for 5G rather than... Because I was hearing about like subscriptions for like heated seats and shit, but I don't know how real that was.
Maybe not. Maybe
Okay.
not.
Maybe not means
I have to be going.
we didn't actually expect you to go and show this character from the beginning of the game this stuff that he's not going to have any clue about. Was that just a bit of clickbait then? Did I get clickbaited?
I think he suspected me of being the mysterious Sewer Jacques, and the last thing I needed at the moment was to be arrested for crimes against public sanitation.
Alright, so we can't talk to him again. Yes, this is the only place we can go. I vaguely remember the puzzle here. I'm not sure if there is a puzzle, actually. It might just be a case of... we take the lens and we put it on the end of the scroll, I believe.
A priest stood by the pews, energetically polishing something.
Hopefully... I mean, they know what they're doing there, don't they? They really know what they're doing there, I think.
Excuse me, Father.
Pardon?
Do you mind if I ask you a few questions?
Not at all, monsieur. It will be my pleasure to help you.
Do you want to shake our hand?
I thought about using the shake and shock on him, but I couldn't do that to a priest. Have you seen this man before?
No, I have never seen him before.
There's grease paint on this tissue.
Oui, you are correct.
Imagine if someone came up to you and said that.
I've got a red nose.
Oui, so you have.
I have here a sewer key.
Ah, oui?
I don't know why I'm showing you this.
Neither do I.
Have you ever heard of this guy?
No, monsieur. I'm afraid not. Is he a friend?
Not really. More of an acquaintance.
I honestly think the writing in this game really holds up well.
I was in Ireland recently and I brought back this plaster.
My sister brought back a shillelagh.
Have you ever seen anything like this lens?
No, never. The glass seems subtly colored in some way.
Yeah, I've never noticed that before.
That's a clue.
What do you make of this chalice?
It certainly looks very old.
About as old as this church, I think.
There seems to be an engraving on it.
Yeah? What does it say?
I do not know. It is very tarnished. With your permission, I could try polishing it. I promise I will be very careful.
That'd be very good of you.
This shouldn't take very long. Feel free to look around.
I hope I didn't miss out on the other things I can ask him about.
Okay, thanks. A priest stood by the pews, energetically polishing something.
Do we have a quick save there if we need it? No, I think we've already gone past it. It's fine. Yeah, so I think we put the lens over the end of the scroll because we can look through it. We could look through it earlier.
The lens fitted into the end of the scroll like a hand into a glove. Hey! A Knight Templar burning at the stake, and a date. Let me see. MCCC That's 1314.
Are we just going to leave the lens on there?
A Knight Templar burning at the stake, and a date. Hello again, Father. Hey, thanks.
It is my pleasure, monsieur.
What was the writing on the chalice?
It was not writing, my mistake. It was a coat of arms. The remarkable thing is that it seems very familiar.
Yeah?
Oui, I think I have seen it on that wall tomb in the far corner. That winged horse is quite distinctive.
Oh, there we go. We can ask him about the other stuff.
Boy, what a shine you got on this.
Merci. It is all in the wrist action.
Did you know that the center window conceals an image of a man burning at the stake?
The burning man?
What, you knew?
That there was a hidden image? No. But the church has a reputation for being haunted. Many times, people have claimed to have seen the burning man in the window. But when others they look, there is nothing. Perhaps the light has to be just so for the figure to appear.
Yeah, or maybe you need a special lens.
Special lens. So, sorry, I've missed all this supercharging stuff. So when you buy a Tesla, you get supercharging. Was that just like quicker charging, I assume?
You must be proud to have such an
Oh, okay.
incredible collection of stained glass.
Pride is a sin, monsieur. But it is hard not to marvel when the light shines through them. It is a fine example of the artisan's genius.
Do you like stained glass windows?
What do you know about the Knights Templar?
You have come to the right place, if that is your interest. Many of them were executed in the square outside. It was a disgrace to France.
Well, the Pope was right behind it, though.
Clement V was a man of mammon, not of God.
That's kind of forthright for a priest, isn't it?
You think so? It is hard to be sure what happened. It is so long ago.
How long have you worked here?
Hardly work, monsieur. This is a calling. I have been helping Father Flambert for nearly 6 months now.
I guess you don't know much about the history of this church, then.
Just a little.
You've got quite a shine on that candlestick.
Ah, oui. Anything less than best would be an insult to the Almighty.
I guess so. I never thought of it like that. Catch you later.
Au revoir, monsieur.
Was it this corner? Wait, chuckling at what?
Now that my attention had been drawn to it, there was no mistake. There was no name on it, but the coat of arms was undeniably the Pegasus of the De Vasconcelos family. I'd found the last resting place of Don Carlos. My eye was drawn to the biblical references carved into the edge of the tomb.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, maybe these biblical references mean something. Psalms 32:7, John 4:11, Corinthians 1:4-5, and just one more. Psalms 22:21. I may not be perfect, but I've got a memory like a steel trap. The chalice had led me to these inscriptions, but it looked like a happy coincidence to me. After all, the de Vasconcellos arms were already on the manuscript. Nope, I was still convinced that the chalice had some significance all of its own.
Yeah, I mean, you know, you've got quite a shine on that candlestick is... Again, they know what they're doing, I think. Molly! How you doing? You got that Dan to Dan song stuck in your head. How was the meeting? Let's ask the priest about this. Sorry, Mole. I still can't get used to saying Mole.
Hello again, Father.
Bonjour, monsieur. How pleasant to speak to you again.
No, we can't.
Catch you later.
Au revoir, monsieur.
Can we use the chalice on the tomb? Do you think? There's a waste of time. Great. It's always good, isn't it?
Just think, there's a dead guy under there.
There's a dead guy under there.
I was surprised Philip le Bel had left this place alone.
Is it something to do with the staff?
Well, I could have just taken the end off the staff, but I wanted to be sure what I'd be getting out of vandalizing a church, other than deported. On the end of the staff was some kind of disc with a cross on it. Around the base of the disc was a hairline crack. A statue of a knight holding a staff and a scroll.
The staff is sticking out, isn't it?
The Templars were demonstrating a pretty good grasp of physics. If the dissolution hadn't happened, we'd have had cold fusion power last century. It was hard to believe it was the same chalice. Now the light gleamed off its perfect surface.
Where can we use this, though, is the question. Let's just look through this again. Yeah, no goblin mode for this game.
A Knight Templar burning at the stake, and a date.
Some games are goblin games.
I wondered if this guy had died in combat. A stone knight lay at the end of a row of 4. A stone knight lay in full stone armor, blank eyes looking at the ceiling.
Actually, let's look at the tomb again.
The tomb of Don Carlos de Vasconcellos. It had to be. I couldn't wait to tell the Countess. I'd have to find out what the chalice was for first, though. Okay, let's have another look at those references. Psalms 32, Corinthians. The chalice had led me to these inscriptions, but I was still convinced that the chalice...
Okay. So we can't go back to her until we found out what they are exactly.
A knight's tomb, his effigy in marble lying in perpetual state.
I wonder if we can talk to Andre about it. No! get a save in while we're here. Oh, what's that?
A typically Parisian sidewalk cafe. Last time I visited one of those, it blew up. I decided I was happy enough right where I was.
Oh, I didn't know I could look at the cafe. Yeah, we can't go back to Spain just yet. Was that a Vauxhall?
Hi, Andre.
An Astra?
Hello, Georgie.
Oh, there we go.
What do you make of this cup, Andre?
It's a 14...
You sure know your onions. While I was in Syria, I discovered a strange pagan statue. It was like a head with 3 bearded faces. Horrible.
That sounds as if it could be Baphomet, the idol described by the Templars.
The poor Knights of Christ had an idol that looked like that?
Allegedly. The description of the idol came from the evidence extracted by the Inquisition. Mind you, not one statue or idol was ever found on Templar property. Until now, that is. Just last month, a statue of Baphomet was unearthed right here in Paris.
Where?
At the Institut Hermétique de Naval. The statue is beneath the foundations. It was discovered by some workmen while renovating the building.
It's good timing, isn't it? Oh, didn't Vauxhall buy MG back in the day?
Can you tell me any more about the statue of Baphomet?
It's a fearful image, even now, a bearded head. The base of the statue is carved with Templar symbols. One of the workmen noticed a curious stain at the base. He claimed it looked like blood.
Blood?
That's right.
Thanks for your help, Andre.
You're welcome.
Can we go to that place? Do you reckon we can show the old lady the cup? I actually didn't do that last time. Oh, MG's China now, is it? Okay. Oh, there we go. You can go to the Baphomet site. Yeah, let's show the old lady the cup. I don't know if I did. Great.
Oh, hi.
Hello, my handsome friend.
Oh,
Maybe
no.
not.
Again, they've probably not.
See you later.
That's right, monsieur. You will.
They probably didn't think anyone would bother showing this late game item to this lady that you talked to once at the beginning of the game. All right, let's go to the Baphomet site. Oh, this, I don't remember this area at all. So this could be interesting.
The gate was surrounded by some pretty fancy ironwork. I couldn't climb over. The painter had a pot of gunmetal gray primer hanging from the barrier. A well-used wheelbarrow was sitting by the rubble-filled dumpster. A well-used wheelbarrow.
Yes, George.
The painter didn't seem to regard the painting as too important. Not as important as a cigarette break, anyway. Excuse me, could you help me?
What is it?
I've got a few questions.
You want to shake my hand?
I was pretty sure the Shaken Shock had shot its bolt in Syria. Has a guy calling himself Merlin been nosing around?
Was he wearing a t-shirt with "My name is Merlin" on it?
I doubt it.
Then how the hell am I supposed to know his name just by looking at him?
Fair point. Fair point.
I have some plaster of Paris.
Amazing.
Let's ask him about these first.
What does the word Templar suggest to you?
Templar?
Nothing.
Nothing.
You're doing a fine job.
Merci. I have my professional pride.
I don't think I've ever seen a Gauloise smoke so stylishly.
It's a natural talent.
I'm being sarcastic.
I'm being indifferent.
You're very good at that as well.
Merci. Vive l'indifférence.
So, what are you doing here?
I am having my break.
Yeah, I mean when you finish your break.
Oh, when I finish my break, an interesting concept, monsieur.
You'll probably need to think about it.
I could have another cigarette while I consider. Perhaps tomorrow too.
I thought the stereotype of the French being lazy was just a stereotype.
Okay, let me put things differently. What were you hired to do here?
I was hired to keep the archaeological dig in the basement of this building clear of debris, and to touch up damage to the door frames with my little pot of paint. It's a very responsible job. Unfortunately, I'm not a very responsible person.
What's this? Took the MG5 because it was cheap and decent on the tax break scheme the government did instead of paying BIK? What's that? Personal usage charge, I get a portion of the tax break as a trade down payment. So I get £208 a month extra on my wage for having the MG5. And it costs you like nothing to charge it as well, doesn't it? Oh, benefit in kind, okay.
So what do you know about the excavation?
I know they won't let me in to do my job. I would complain to my union, but là,
You couldn't be bothered to join.
right. Tell you what, though. I'm surprised at the sort of people interested in this excavation.
What's unusual about the visitors to the excavation?
None of them look like archaeologists to me.
Do you know what an archaeologist looks like?
Three-piece suits, crocodile-eyed attaché cases, Rolex oyster.
But no archaeologist dresses like that.
Quite right, monsieur, quite right.
So, who are they?
Who cares as long as they pay me?
Fair. Benefit in kind is basically how much would this cost a month. Company is giving it free, so it gets factored into your taxable earnings. Okay. Yeah, how much does it cost you to charge your car nowadays, Ian?
Have you ever seen anything like this?
Yes, it's a communion chalice. I know, you know, I used to be an altar boy.
You?
Yes, me. What's so funny about that?
Nothing. Have you seen this man before?
Yes, he asked me a lot of questions, just like you.
Here we go.
Have you seen this man before?
Yes,
Oh, you're just going to leave it there. Okay.
a greasy tissue. Don't get it too close to my cigarette, monsieur, or there'll be a conflagration.
I have a red nose.
Imagine.
I've got a sewer key.
I used to work in the sewer.
Oh? What happened?
I had a cigarette break in a pocket of methane. A manhole cover landed on the other side of the Seine and I was sacked.
Be seeing you.
Au revoir, monsieur.
Right, so we clearly got to do something with the paint.
Hey, monsieur! Get away from my paint pot!
Okay.
I should think so. Meddling with a man's paint pot. Pah!
Are we allowed to go downstairs? Oh, we are, okay. I'm back in hoodies for the time being, yes. It's probably going to be for the rest of the year now. 13.50 for a full charge. On average rate is 6 pence per mile. Christ, it's so good, isn't it? That's really good. Did you do it like in the middle of the night, right? I think you said. Wasn't that the secret? Oh,
There
cheers,
was a closed
cheers,
door
Mole.
with toilet scratched into the cheap veneer.
Ah, toilets. Dankeschön. Are we allowed into the toilet?
There was a closed door with toilet scratched into the cheap veneer.
That door is locked, monsieur.
We've got a telephone.
There was a telephone on the far wall.
Thank you, Crow. I don't know if I need the stretch yet, but I'll take it. Wow, that's really good. Yeah, Ian's got it all figured out.
A guard stood by a door I guessed led to the excavation. He looked pretty pompous. Well, not so much pretty, just pompous. That guard had been put here to guard something. My guess was that the excavation was behind that door.
Look how different that looks. Got a thermostat.
A thermostat was mounted over a radiator. The radiator was pumping out heat as the thermostat was cranked right over to full. No wonder it was warm in here, even with the door open to the chill of fall. The doorway was full of assorted old tea chests, cardboard boxes, and so on, all empty and all uninteresting. The doorway led to an old... There was nothing interesting in there.
Okay. Can we mess around with this? Is he gonna get? He's gonna get the hump, isn't he?
I couldn't imagine what I'd achieved by turning the dial.
Not yet, at least.
I didn't think that the guard would just let me waltz past. Besides, I had a hunch that door was locked. Hi? Excuse me? Oui?
That sounds like Ian.
I was gonna have to get rid of this thing. It was dead. This gadget is a sewer key.
So it is.
I've got a red nose.
Oh,
Oh,
Look, a tissue stained with grease paint.
just what I've always wanted. If you give me that, you can enter through the door.
Really?
Of course not. What would I want with an old tissue?
Have you seen this man before?
Oh,
You have.
no.
sus.
Do you recognize this name?
Merlin. No.
I got this plaster from Ireland.
Not an exciting souvenir.
No, it isn't really, is it? Yeah, he fusses over his daughter a lot. He's also making her a weeb as well.
I thought better of showing him the chalice. He might be on the conspiracy's payroll, and I didn't want to risk it.
Oui. You have...
A sudden urge to sing. Care to join me?
No, no singing in here.
All right, let's start talking about stuff.
What do you know about the Knights Templar?
I'm going to have a Kit Kat while we're doing
There
this.
was a long pause during which the guard said nothing. Then he said,
Nothing.
nothing at all?
Is this a test?
What, like a history pop test?
No, like a test.
Okay, yes, it's a test.
Then I know absolutely nothing about the Templars.
The guard was being amazingly evasive. It was going to take more than goodwill to get past him. trying to get into a locked washroom. I had the strongest feeling of deja vu. I'd like to use the washroom, but the door's locked.
Oh, that's no problem. You can have the key.
Thanks.
Thanks, ma'am. Yeah, dark chocolate Kit Kat. 2 fingers, Crow. I knew that was going to go somewhere. Crow and Mole's horniness just doesn't ever stop.
It sure is hot in here.
I have to have the door open to allow the workmen access, so why not? I turn the heat up.
You could wrap up warm.
I have my gloves if it gets cold, but why bother when it's warm anyway?
So, what exactly are you doing here?
I'm guarding. You expect to find me shearing sheep?
Take it easy. I just didn't realize you were a guard.
Yeah, I got one of those Philips Hue ones for stream lighting at one point. The app was a bit funny. It didn't always want to work, but I think that was more my phone.
I'd like to know what you're guarding, please.
That's a secret.
It wouldn't happen to be an archaeological site, would it?
Are you asking me or telling me?
I'm telling you.
Then why ask?
I had a feeling this was no normal hole in the ground. Here's the keys. Thanks.
Merci, monsieur.
Oh, give them back. Shit. Okay. I actually need the toilet again.
I need to use the toilet again.
Again? Already?
I have this problem. How technical do you want me to get?
Never mind. Here's the key.
All right.
Talk to you later.
Au revoir, monsieur.
How disgusting is this toilet going to be? Pretty disgusting.
A filthy wash basin hung on the wall. I didn't want to use that unless I really had to. The taps were rusty. Oh, boy.
Oh, boy.
The cold taps washer looked to have failed. It was just dribbling down the sink.
Got a bit of soap there.
Oh, boy. Dirty soap. How do they do that?
We got ourselves some free soap.
It was the bar of soap I'd stolen from the washroom of the excavation site. A bin stood in the corner. It didn't look like it had been emptied for a while.
You can tell this is English because I don't know. Would the American call this a bin? They'd say trash can, wouldn't they?
I wasn't that interested in what might go into a restroom's garbage to investigate.
Or garbage.
I didn't need to get near to tell the toilet needed cleaning. Being in a charming comfort station like this made me think fondly of the toilet in Syria. That place was kept in pretty good order. At least, it had been until I vandalized it. Still, it was all for a good cause.
You keep telling yourself that, George.
There was a ventilation grill up in the wall. I could have climbed onto the sink, prized the ventilator cover loose, wedged myself into the tiny hole, smashed the far cover out, and plunged headfirst into the next room. Or I could just go through the door like a sane person.
Got a shitload of coal.
A huge pile of coal lay in the corner to fuel the boiler. Real high-tech stuff. I didn't want any coal.
Why not?
There was a big old boiler used for heating the building. The thing felt really hot. Big demands seemed to be being made on it.
Okay, so we've got a piece of coal. That's right, a piece of soap out of this. That's it so far. A hand dryer?
A hand dryer was mounted on the wall. If the Club Alamet had used one of these instead of a roller towel, I'd probably still be stuck in Marib.
Okay, it works. Use the soap on it. Yeah, why? Why? This is one of those like, what the fuck do we actually do now? Let's show him our new soap.
Hi again.
What is it?
What was I supposed to say? Hey, look what I stole. Talk to you later.
Au revoir, monsieur.
Are we going to have to give the key back first?
Hey, monsieur, don't go with my keys.
Probably want to talk to Nico actually as well. Wouldn't put a phone here for no reason.
Do you mind if I use the phone?
Be my guest. I'm paid to guard this door. The phone can look after itself.
Hi, Nico?
Georges, what have you discovered?
Nothing yet.
Nothing. Is something wrong?
No.
Georges, why are you calling me?
Oh, no reason. I just wanted to hear your voice.
You did. Well, this is my voice saying, don't bother me, I'm busy.
Oh.
Okay. Yeah, I don't think there's anything else I can... like, clearly we got to use the hand dryer for something. Can we fuck with the thermostat, actually? Is it going to let us?
I turned the heating off.
Okay, he starts to get cold. Put some gloves on.
Hi again.
What is it?
Talk to you later.
Au revoir, monsieur.
What does that change? Just go back in here again. Do I really have to use the bloody keys every time?
The thing felt really hot. There was a big old...
Something to do with the taps as well? I'm wondering if the reason we got the plaster there must be a reason for that, isn't there? No.
No.
No. A lot of this game back in the day was like just trying to smash two things together to see if they actually worked.
Hi again.
What is it?
Here's the keys. Thanks.
Merci, monsieur.
Talk to you later.
Au revoir, monsieur.
Okay, so we've turned it on again. Does he take his gloves off?
I turned the thermostat back to where I'd found it.
Okay, he's left them on.
A guard stood by a door I guessed led to the excavation. He looked pretty pompous.
Let's go and talk to the chap outside again.
Hi, it's me again.
What now?
Look at my soap.
Would you be interested in soap?
Not at this exact moment, no.
Be seeing you.
Au revoir, monsieur.
There was a dumpster full of debris. From the excavation, I guessed.
Hey, you! Get away from my dumpster.
Yeah, sorry, what is this about now? Are we talking about people trying to hack your Wi-Fi lights? Why would they want to hack my lights? Reese is concerned that Korea will murder him. What? Why would anyone hack anything? It's fun. I feel like it's something to do. No, I don't think it is. Because you want to instill fear in me. I'm very scared.
The painter had a pot of gunmetal gray primer hanging from the barrier.
I'm stumped on this one. There's nowhere else we can go here, is there? I think we might. Are we actually stuck here as well? I don't think there's anything else we can... Oh wait, the archway.
The archway was topped by a fancy balustrade.
A balustrade?
Oh, darn. I'd left my grappling hook at home. No way could I get up there.
It's a new word for today. Yeah, you're not going to hack some random weeb's lighting. I mean, I don't have any Wi-Fi lighting apart from my... I've got one of the Elgato lights. First time I spoke to my daughter over the nursery camera, she was absolutely terrified of the disembodied Dada voice. Aww. She's only like 2, bless her. It's not about hacking, Tom. It's about the principle of having every single thing in your life connected to a network. Right. But what are you gonna do about that now? Let me turn the thermostat up again. Or off, rather.
I turned the heating off.
Okay, I mean, he's already got the gloves on.
I turned the thermostat back to where I'd found it.
Yeah, social media is the worst one, I think. I think social media is how I got hacked on YouTube. Seems like a lot of people have got done by that recently as well. Social media's just got is more of a mental issue though. I think it's just mentally bad for you.
Hi again.
What is it?
I've no idea, Kyle. I just No, I don't know if it was even a link I clicked on or anything. Who knows? It wasn't a Discord link, I can tell you that. Clicking on porn. Yeah, maybe it was that. Hot lonely women in your area. You got me. It must have been that.
This gadget is a sewer key.
So it is.
I thought better of showing him that
Oui.
a sudden...
No.
Have you seen this?
Oh.
You have.
Okay.
I need to use the toilet again.
Again?
I have this...
Never.
Talk to you later.
Au revoir, monsieur.
Okay, so what do we have to do here? Let's turn that off again.
I turned the heating on.
Might have to use a hint here. Right, but like, okay, so fridges have an internet connection, but what are you gonna get out of hacking a fridge? Like, what do you put on a fridge that's got an internet connection? Oh, is that what you can do with it? You can look inside your fridge on your phone to see what's in it. Is that a thing?
The cold tap's washer looked to have failed. It was just dribbling down the sink.
Can we grease it up? With the soap, maybe?
I figured washing my hands with that soap in that sink would just get my hands dirtier than when I'd started.
Oh, you don't? But is that a thing, though, you can do? Okay, so it's letting us potentially use the tap and the hand dryer. I need a clue. Oh, hang on. Bunch of keys contain the keys to both the washroom and the excavation. Right. So we've got to distract the... We've got to distract the guard somehow. Ah, I'm really stumped on this one. Oh yeah, I saw the like calendar thing on a fridge, yeah. What's coming down the line is NFC tags on all food products. You won't even have to order your basics anymore. Your house will inventory all NFC tags entering and leaving in the bin and order automatically. Okay. I mean, that's all well and good unless you suddenly don't want something, but I guess you can flag stuff that you don't necessarily want on a repeat ordering thing. Ask the toilet to shake your hand.
Being in a charming comfort station like this made me think that place, at least,
It doesn't want to, unfortunately.
there was a big old boiler. The thing felt really hot.
Is this going to make sense? Oh, that dripping noise. Might actually have to use a second clue for... You have to wait for your clues. Oh yeah, I heard about those Amazon Wi-Fi buttons. I don't think they're going to wipe out the supermarket industry. I think supermarkets are always going to be there. That's one of those things that, while I wouldn't say all of them are safe, like some of them are going to be safe because it's a necessity, isn't it? Same with like clothes shops. I know loads of them close down and whatnot, but there's always going to be a need for clothes shops. It's got to be something to do with the paint. We can't actually leave here now, so we have to stay here.
On the keyring was a big old key that looked like it might fit the excavation door. The keyring contained the keys to the washroom and the excavation.
Can we lock the door again? No, we can't. Can't open the furnace, no.
The thing felt really hot.
All right,
Big
Martin.
demand seemed to be being made on it.
How you doing, man? Maybe can we open the furnace if we use the tissue, maybe? I doubt it. No. I don't know if it's I don't think it's a usable item. Or is it? Can we put the tissue in the sink? No, we can't. Ah! Young Martin! You may have knocked. You did knock. How you doing, Martin? Look at that. Mold's on it. Guys, please give Martin a follow. Are you playing the remake? Martin. Did you just finish the first game then? Welcome in, everyone. We're trying to do this really... Well, it seems like an obscure puzzle in Broken Sword. It's kicking my ass a little bit. Are you playing OG Silent Hill 2? Okay, interesting. Are you going to go to the remake at some point? We're currently talking in chat about how a hacker is going to hack our Wi-Fi bulbs to ruin our life. Ah, okay. You're doing the I think it was is it the PC one? I think the fans just fixed, didn't they? I'm gonna have to use a hint. I hate using hints, but need the excavation key without the guard noticing you've taken it. Perhaps you can perhaps you can fall in with a duplicate. Fuck me. Like how how obscure is that? There you go.
I made an impression of the big key in the cake of soap.
This is why we've still got the plaster of Paris. Yeah, how does the second one compare to the first one, dude? Because there actually wasn't a lot of time between them, was it? Was there? It was like 2 or 3 years, I think. But obviously, there was a generational gap. Right, so put the plaster in the key in the soap.
I carefully sprinkled the plaster into the soap mold I'd made of the key.
So now I guess we can use... that's our plaster
I filled
gone.
the key's imprint in the soap with dry plaster.
So we use the soap on the taps. And then dry it off.
Well, it had taken a while, but I had made myself a completely unconvincing plaster key. Way too fragile to use in a lock. I'd have to substitute it for the real one. Trouble was, it looked like plaster and not metal.
Right.
Then again, that plaster statue in Syria hadn't looked like stone until I'd been a bit artful with it. Maybe I could improve the key as well.
So that's what we got. We got to dip the key into the guy's paint upstairs. Was it 2 years between them? Christ, it's amazing how quickly things came along, wasn't it, back in those days? You got the best ending in Silent Hill 1. Is that another game that's got a couple of endings then? Yeah, all good, Martin, yeah. They made back-to-back bangers. It's incredible when you think like how quickly they got through games back then. Four, 5 in 1 and 2, I think. I know of the one of the secret ones in 2. That's the meme one, isn't it? Right, so you can't use that one. I'm just going to try it.
No.
Can we use it on the coal? No, I think we have to actually dip it into the paint upstairs.
Hi again.
What is it?
Hey, smart. Why don't I just tell him that I'm trying to break into the excavation?
All right, George.
Here's the keys. Thanks.
Merci, monsieur.
Sarcastic bastard.
Talk to you later.
Au revoir, monsieur.
Right. So we have to distract this guy somehow.
Hi, it's me again.
There's a meme ending in 1 as well, is
What
there?
now?
I made this key out of plaster.
Outstreling? How clever! How pointless.
Be seeing you.
Au revoir, monsieur.
So if I just go to use the key in the paint.
Hey, monsieur!
Yeah.
Get away from my paint pot!
Okay.
I should think so. Meddling with a...
So how do I distract him? Just whack him over the head with a sewer key.
Hi, it's me again.
What now?
I've got a sewer key.
I used to work in the sewer.
Oh?
I had a cigarette.
Yeah, we've already heard this.
A Manoc.
The buzzer's run out of battery.
Hi, it's me again.
What now?
I was pretty sure the shaken shock had shot its bolt in Syria.
Unless we can charge it again, maybe.
Gunmetal paint. Interesting.
Hey!
Okay.
I should think...
Let's go back down again. See if I might have to ring Nico now. The thermostat's got to have something to do
Hi
with it.
again.
What is it?
Oh, the thermostat's probably a case of
Talk to you later.
Au revoir, monsieur.
getting in to put the gloves on so we can't tell the difference of the feeling of the key.
Killer.
Hi, Nico. It's me. I'm at the excavation site.
Goodbye, George.
No, wait a minute. I need your help.
What kind of help? I told you I'm busy.
This will only take a few minutes, I promise.
Okay, what do you want me to do?
I want you to keep somebody on the phone for a while.
Who?
A painter. I need to get at his pot.
Oh, okay.
Stay on the line. I'll go and get him.
There you go. Were you at work today? You got work today, Martin? Or are you off? The dog was Silent Hill 2, wasn't it?
Hi, it's me again.
What now?
You've got a phone call.
For me? Are you certain?
It's a woman. She sounded hot.
What woman? She must be mistaken, monsieur.
Well, she asked for that hunk of a man with the nicotine fingers in his ass hanging out of his pants.
Certainly sounds like me. Stand back. It wouldn't do to keep the lady from her hunk.
Nice. Right. Let's paint this key.
The plaster key had soaked up the paint nicely, and now looked pretty convincing. Still felt like plaster, though.
Too well, monsieur. What a strange woman. She was all over me, and then suddenly, nothing but abuse.
Really?
What? Abuse? Ah, well. I have a cigarette to finish. And, monsieur, if she calls again, I am not available.
Night shift tomorrow and Saturday night. I don't know how you do it, man. Like going from night to normal ones. You know what time it is, Tom? 22 minutes past 5.
Hi again.
What is it?
If I just show him the key now, he's probably going to get sarcastic again, isn't he?
Hey, smart.
Yep.
I need...
Again?
I have this...
Okay. So I guess you want to go into the
Stop.
toilet
Au
to
revoir.
swap it around. It's card sim time. Oh no. You're probably hooked on that, aren't you? Oreo Coke. Is that a thing? Also have made 2 new jump scares and one made Addy cry. Oh no. Poor Addy. Oh, it does look fun, yeah. Alright, there we go. Swapped around.
Quickly and without fuss, I swapped the fake key for the real thing. It was the key to the excavation.
Right, so we've got the real key, but we've still got to distract the guard somehow.
Hi again.
What is it?
I held my breath and hoped that he wouldn't notice the substitution. Here's the keys. Thanks.
Merci, monsieur.
Yeah, because he's got the gloves on.
Talk to you later.
Au revoir, monsieur.
We still somehow have to get through there, though. No, obviously, if we use this on there.
I couldn't get to the door while the guard was there.
Can Nico help us out again?
Hi, Nico. It's me again.
I'd guessed. What do you want this time?
What did you say to the painter?
I shan't repeat it, Josh.
Look, I need to get the guard out of the way. Could you call back and ask him to get the painter again?
Okay, I'll call back soon.
This looked like a good place to watch things develop.
Hey, you. It's the phone.
Yeah? Who is it?
How should I know? What am I, your social secretary?
It's not a chick, is it?
Yes, it's a woman. Are you going to answer it?
Does she have a warm, sensual voice like molten chocolate?
Yes, she has a really sexy voice. Now get a move on.
I'm not talking to her.
I can see that. You're wasting time talking to me.
No, you don't understand. I refuse to talk to her.
You refuse. You refuse. I'm wasting valuable time.
Don't make me laugh. Your time valuable? You just stand around all day.
I have a highly responsible job. Ha! Don't me, you elephantine oaf. My job is important.
Impossible. They would have hired somebody competent in that case.
Meaning what?
Instead of which they hired a dismal rent-a-cop like you. All epaulettes and no brains.
Why, you...
This looked set to carry on for some time. It was too good an opportunity to miss.
Have you played it, Kyle? The game is basically legal and safe gambling, yeah, basically. They might get you on it at some point. See, a tenner's not bad, is it? All right, let's get a cheeky save in. I had to make like the original like so much lighter. I think that I don't know if the original had these like little highlight bits like that on it. It's been a long time.
Some planks used to make the catwalk were leaning against the wall. I couldn't see anything useful to do with the planks.
Now there's a spot there for a chalice, I would say. Can scratch your card itch between boxes. I don't know if it would.
Oh, great. More dead people. Although the gendarmes weren't likely to pull in any suspects unless they had a time machine. This guy must have been here for centuries. No, thanks. I think I'm carrying enough junk.
He is.
In the middle of the floor was a weird mosaic, all swirling and distorted. Close up, the pattern didn't make any sort of sense. It fanned out around an axis point, a kind of focus to one side. Now there's a familiar face. There was no doubt about it. It was the same sort of idol I'd seen in Syria, Baphomet. The Templars had certainly been through here.
Yeah, can we use the chalice on it? No. What about on the floor? Oh, there you go. That was what I was trying to do.
And there it was, decoded by the curves of the chalice. The image of a church.
Yay! We did it! Oh, Carl, it's alright. Don't worry. It's fine.
I found out
As long
what
as you're having
the
a good
chalice
time.
was for.
You've solved the puzzle?
Yeah, there was a distorted picture at the Baphomet site. When I viewed it in the polished surface of the chalice, it changed.
What did it show?
A picture of a church with a square tower.
Doesn't really narrow things down, does it?
Look at the chalice now, Nico.
What happened? It's shiny.
The priest at Montfaucon buffed it up for me.
That's incredible.
Yeah, looks as good as new.
No. You found a use for a priest. That's incredible.
Holy shit, Nico.
Let's take another look at the manuscript.
Savage. You couldn't tell me any plot points from Star Wars. What, you watched? Oh, what, as in the game, not the film.
That's the face of the statue I saw at the bull's head. That's the lens I found in Klausner's body in the bull's head. That's the tripod we borrowed from the museum. That's the gem that Pegram found in Lochmarn. That's the clue that led me to the statue of Baphomet and the reflection in the chalice. That's the clue that led me to Spain. That's the clue that led me to the bull's head in Syria.
Okay.
I guess I'd better return the chalice to the Countess.
Hurry back, George.
Alright, so we're going back there next. Oh, you're in trouble, Kyle. Hurry back, Georgie. Back to Spain. This is what the original thing looked like, by the way. Though we've got stereotypical... I mean, that guy looks like a leprechaun rather than an English dude. We've got a German with beer and sausage. Russian drinking alcohol. Italian making pizza.
I'd been planning to return the chalice anyway, but I hadn't expected the trail to bring me here. The Villa de Vasconcelos was as picturesque as ever. The weather was still clear, and Lopez was still watering the damn lawn. I was beginning to suspect that he was surgically attached to that hose. Hi there, Lopez. How's tricks?
Senor Stobart,
How pleasant to see you. You are well.
Fine, thanks. Is the Countess in?
She is waiting for you. I will show you up.
It's okay, I know the way.
Senior Stobart, I feel I owe you an apology.
No, you don't.
I was impolite on our first meeting.
Look, Lopez, just forget about it. I came on like a snake oil merchant. I wouldn't have trusted me in your shoes.
You do not understand. Finding the chalice has given my lady a new lease of life. It's a marvel. She smiles, she laughs. The tradesmen are saying that she is on Prozac.
Oh, it's nice that he's actually being nice to us now for a chance. For a change, rather.
Lopez, one man and his hose. Hi, Lopez. Got a minute?
It's lock command so far,
Certainly,
Reese.
senor. How can I help you?
There's, I think we go to the UK as, sorry, I think we go to England as well. One man and his hose. Yeah, different type of hoe there.
What's the story behind the chalice vanishing?
When the Inquisition raided, in the absence of Don Carlos, it was believed that they had taken it. Naturally, they denied the charge, as they denied taking the children. And naturally, nobody believed them.
But they were telling the truth. The chalice was hidden from them. You don't suppose they were telling the truth about the children as well, do you?
Madre de Dios! I had not thought of that. But then what happened to them?
I don't know. If the Inquisition didn't take them, then who did?
You must speak to my lady of these.
Count on it.
What's this? Is this Billie Eilish? You got 3 weddings next year. Fucking hell.
So the Countess feels that the curse is lifted.
I would not put it so strongly. Your discovery of the chalice was proof that the Templars never abandoned the De Vasconcelos. It counts for a great deal with my lady.
I've had the chalice polished.
Oh, it is magnificent.
Catch you later, Lopez.
Adios, Senor Stobart.
Oh, he's so much nicer now. But yeah, I suppose it's wedding age, yeah. I had that like a few years ago when everyone was getting married.
Senor Stobart, oh, what a pleasure. Please, sit down.
Hi, Countess. The pleasure's all mine. I've brought back your chalice.
It's all shiny now.
Why? You've had it cleaned.
Yeah, I met an obliging priest with a soft cloth.
Have you resolved the Templar mystery?
No, not yet. I don't even know what it is I'm after.
There are many stories of the knight secreting great wealth away.
Whatever. All I know is I don't want the bad guys to get it.
To be young and live in a world of moral absolutes.
Shake her hand.
I don't suppose you know how to recharge an electrical vibrator, do you?
What an extraordinary request.
Don't knock it. This thing saved my life in Syria.
Do you want to think about rewording that, George?
Do you know what this is?
No, it looks very practical, though.
Does this red nose mean anything to you?
No, dear. El flojo.
Oh no, I did
That would
ask.
be-
Clown. Apart from...
I did ask her about most of this stuff.
Do you recognize this man?
No, I have...
I've got a couple of names for him. He's the killer.
No.
All right.
There's still the mystery of that missing chess piece.
I do not think that it will ever be discovered. Unless the fate of the children is revealed.
The Inquisition were suspected of taking the chalice and the kids, right? We know now they were innocent of the first crime. What if
They did not take the children either. Then what happened to them?
the Inquisition admitted to killing Don Carlos's manservant? Now, this guy had been told to protect the kids at all costs, right?
That is correct.
I think he hid them and the chalice when he got wind that the Inquisition was coming. With him dead, and Don Carlos driven mad with grief, there was nobody left who knew the secret. You know what this means, don't you?
I fear so. The children are still here somewhere. If this is so, then it is small wonder that the de Vasconcelos are cursed.
There's something else that I discovered carved on Don Carlos's tomb. Biblical references.
What are the references, Senor Stobart?
Psalms 32:7, Corinthians.
I am not a good enough scholar to know the Bible chapter and verse. I meant, what are the quotations?
You know, I forgot to ask the priest.
I tried to, George, but he wouldn't let me.
I discovered something amazing with that chalice. In Paris, I found a church where they recognized the coat of arms. I found the tomb of Don Carlos de Vasconcelos.
You are sure? There can be no mistake?
The coat of arms on the chalice matches the one on the tomb.
Incredible. You have my most profound thanks. I must go there as soon as possible.
Yeah? Well, I'd be happy to show you the city. I'll have a look around if that's okay.
My home is your home. I shall remain here.
Okay, we can actually look around the room now. Yeah, that was a hell of a question to ask a countess, isn't it?
The Countess de Vasconcelos seemed a lot happier than the last time we met. It was a large window with shutters. From the window, I could see some sort of balcony. It didn't look like it was used too often.
£400 tickets. Can we talk about like how like gig tickets are just fucking disgustingly priced now? It's ridiculous.
There was a bookcase, bureau kind of affair. I didn't recognize any of the titles, apart from an ancient edition of Don Quixote. An old grandfather clock stood against the wall. I doubted the Templars had hidden anything in there.
I mean, 130 is a disgusting amount for a gig, really, as well. That's not the face cost of the tickets, are they? Depends what bands you're seeing. I don't think there's any band I would pay to see £400. Unless they somehow bring Freddie Mercury back from the dead. There's no way.
The fire was made up and ready, waiting for the year to turn cold. It was way too warm to light the fire. Beside the fire was a stack of logs for fuel. Now, what would I want with a bunch of logs?
George, you've got a fucking tissue in your pocket with shit all over it.
Military hardware, medieval style. I came here to solve a mystery, not go jousting. There was a boar's head over the fire. It didn't look very happy. Must be hard to look happy when you're wearing a chimney breast. Now, what the hell was I going to do with a hog's head?
I refer to my previous answer. Yeah, I couldn't bring myself to spend that much on one gig. It's so insanely expensive. I think that's all we can look at. See if that's prompted any kind of conversation.
Hello again. Mind if I sit?
Please, be my guest.
See, 4 days at Glastonbury, that'd make more sense if it was that much.
I'll just have another look around.
Very well.
Because you're getting an entire weekend's worth of gigs. £300 see Spirited Away West End. Fucking hell. That's crazy, isn't it? Glad so you're not guaranteed what you're seeing there. Well, I mean, like, just generally, like festivals.
It was just a little utility room with no exit, unless you counted the window, and I didn't.
The dog's still down here. All right, should we go and see if we can talk to the priest? Actually, we could ask the young man out here. Oh wait, was there a Bible in the? There was a Bible in the mausoleum, wasn't there? I want to say.
Hi, Lopez. Got a minute?
Certainly, senor. How can I help you?
Catch you later, Lopez.
Adios, senor Stobar.
It is just your tickets, yeah, but that is still better value for money, though, isn't it? Yeah, can we actually get in here? Is it locked? No, it's all good. Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's a Bible in here.
The chess pieces had been removed, and the Bible returned to its resting place. The candles had been lit. The Countess's way of saying thanks to her ancestors, I guess. It was the Spanish Bible I borrowed from the mausoleum.
Can we? We can't use it, can we? I think we've got to take it back, probably. 355 for Glastonbury. My mates did the whole working it, so got free tickets instead. They seem to be pretty happy with how that turned out. I feel like a festival's a good way of discovering bands as well, because you're like, fuck it, I've got some time free. Let's go and check out this band. I think if I haven't done a festival before. If I was to do a festival, I'd want to go glamping, I think. So you have to use the Bible on her.
Hello again. Here's the Bible from the mausoleum.
Very well. Let us begin. The first reference.
Psalms 32:7.
Thou art my hiding place. Thou shalt preserve me from trouble. Thou shalt compass me about with songs of deliverance. My hiding place.
Don't get your hopes up too high. This might just be leading us to where we found the chalice.
You are right, of course. The next.
Okay, John 4:11.
John 4:11. Here. The well is deep. The next. Quickly.
Okay. Corinthians 4:5.
Here it is. Will bring to light the hidden things. Any more?
Just one. Psalms again. 22:21.
Save me from the lion's mouth, for thou hast heard me from the horns of the unicorns. The last is confusing. Lions, unicorns, what does it mean?
I can't guess.
Salient points seem to be a hiding place and a deep well. In no sense is the mausoleum a well, Senor Stobart.
Is there a well in the grounds?
I do not know. I suppose that there must have been once upon a time. Lopez is the man to ask about anything pertaining to the estate.
Okay.
I'll have a look around if that's okay.
My home is your home. I shall remain here.
Saw Barry Gibb of the Bee Gees. What's this? I'm doing Boomtown next year, and that's a festival mystery. Buy the tickets, you don't know to line up. You get a newspaper delivered to your tent at the start of the day, and it has hints of what bands, acts, etc. will be playing, but it'll all be cryptic. And in the times outside that you got like a fake job center, and you got like a police station. What? That almost sounds like secret cinema type thing. It's going to be behind here, isn't it? The well, I would have thought.
Hi, Lopez. Got a minute?
Certainly, senor. How can I help you?
You must know just about everything that there is to know about this place.
See, I have lived my whole life here in the service of the Vasconcelos.
Do you know of a well anywhere around here?
A well? Si, senor. This used to be a fortified villa. How can you last a siege without water?
Great. So where is it?
How should I know? The well was covered over in the last century. It was dangerous, you see.
And you have no idea where it was?
None. It was hidden even before my grandfather's time.
Well, you must have a vague idea of where the well is.
It must have been in the old house's courtyard, so that would put it around here.
Here? Okay. Now, how do we find it?
There might be a way. Let me think about it.
Any ideas yet?
Not as yet, Senor Stobart. I shall give it more thought.
Any ideas yet?
Not as yet.
Just keep asking him.
Catch you later, Lopez.
Adios, Senor Stobart.
Okay, God, look how much different that is. Colours wise.
The main part of the house was old, but nowhere near as old as the gatehouse section.
Maybe it'll be over by the mausoleum? There's nothing else over here, I take it. That's like before and after putting your glasses on. A little bit, I guess. My vision's not that poor. It doesn't like change all the colours of everything drastically. Yeah, is it going to be by the mausoleum here? It might be over there. I don't... Can we actually leave here now, or are we... Oh, we can actually leave, okay. Yeah, let's go back over there. Ah, it looks like... Doesn't it look like something behind the bush there? Oh, it's... No, actually, maybe not. It's very different in that one.
Down below the estate, I could see the sea stretching away. It was a beautiful sight, and looked a lot like the scene from the manuscript. I wanted to go swimming, but I didn't have the time.
Oh, poor George. Georgie?
I didn't want to mess with the building. The Vasconcelos Mausoleum, where 5 Templars lie.
Might be we have to go inside until we figure something out. I don't think there's anything else we can fuck with in here.
George Stobart, grave robber. No, I don't think so. The mausoleum contained 5 tombs for 5 of the Knights Templar, man-size in marble. A big statuette of the Virgin Mary kept an eye on the place.
Thank you, Mole. Oh. We can mess with this. Can we use it to close the window? Okay. Can we? What about mess around the candle?
I couldn't reach up there.
I was hoping you could use the pole. Nope. That must be a reason for closing it.
High up in the dome were windows. I guess they might open them to make it less stuffy in there.
I guess not yet, though. Alright, let's go back out. Yeah, what kind of music is it, Reese? See if has he had any thoughts?
Hi, Lopez. Got a minute?
Certainly, senor. How can I help you?
I want to know how much money George gets, because bearing in mind he's just spent this money to go to Spain, and he can just go back and forth willy-nilly.
Any ideas yet?
Not as yet.
Okay, let's go inside.
Catch you later.
Adios.
It's probably a specific way to get this to trigger. Anything from jazz to EDM, bit of rock, drum and bass. Okay, so like, a good mixture of stuff then. George flies on pure vibes. Maybe. He seems to be able to talk his way out of a lot of
Hello
situations.
again. Mind if I sit?
Please, be my guest.
I'll just have another look.
Very well.
Okay, we don't really have anything we can use anywhere, do we? Let's check this again.
It was just a little, unless you counted. It was a small mirror hanging over the sink. From the scum in the sink, it looked like he shaved there.
Oh, we've got a mirror. Okay.
The mirror from Lopez's utility room. Yep, I was still looking great.
Suit of armor? Oh, is this just a hide behind it again?
I wasn't going to put on the armor, and I couldn't see anything else to do with it.
Let's show her the mirror. For reasons.
Hello again. Does this mean anything to you?
Nothing at all.
Goodbye.
I'll have a look around.
My home.
You're 1.4k from cards. Getting there. We're getting there. I forget how quickly it takes for the points to accumulate. It's not very, is it? Maybe we can use the mirror for something.
Hi, Lopez.
Christ!
Got a minute?
Ugh.
Certainly, senor. How can I help you?
I took your mirror, Lopez.
I borrowed your mirror. I hope you don't mind.
No, senor. If you think it will be of help.
Any ideas yet?
Not as yet.
Catch you later, Lopez.
Adios, senor Stobar.
Yeah, there's definitely nothing else I can mess with here, is there? Crow 21k. All right, you'll get there. Don't worry. Remember, they got last. Hmm. Can't use the mirror on the hook, can we? I don't know why that kind of makes me think of that. No. All right, I need a hint, game. We'll bring light to hidden things. Okay, so it is something to do with the mirror. Oh, do you reckon you have to place it on here maybe? The lectern. Hmm. So we can open that back up again? Yes. I feel like we need to light the candle, but how the fuck are we going to do that?
I couldn't reach up there. Hanging from the ceiling was a huge yellowed candle. It looked really old and had never been lit.
Hmm. Unless it means the one in her room, maybe.
Now that it had given up its secret, the glass squares in the lectern were just decorative again.
Hmm. I think we do need to close this. There's nothing else we can mess around with, is there? Like, you'd think that you'd be able to, like, pull this down or something, wouldn't you? With that. Can't use the mirror and the pole. Use mirror and candle, that's the same, isn't it? Yeah. Hmm. What's the clue again? We'll bring to light the hidden things. The question is, do we even need to be here? We might have to be somewhere else. Because it's letting us go back to Paris. Just ask him again, just in case it's like a time-based thing. This is where these games get like a bit obscure. This isn't even the worst I've seen in a point-and-click game, but they can get pretty bad with this sort of stuff.
Senor. How can I help you?
Any ideas yet?
Not as
Catch you later, Lopez.
Adios.
Okay, let's try going back to Paris. What have we actually got left?
It was the driveway down to the main road. I didn't want to leave just yet, though.
Okay, right, so we literally cannot leave until we've done it. At least they've done that.
Mausoleum, summer house. Easy mistake to make.
Perhaps it's actually in the house then? I can't see anything else it would be. It's nothing to do with lights, though, is there? Here. Bring light to the hidden things. I think we might have to use another clue. Oh.
It was a large window with shutters. From the window, I could see the garden, including Lopez, who was still watering the damn thing.
Leave him alone, George. Let's grab another hint. It's a very old candle in the mausoleum chandelier. Find a way to light it. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to work out. I need to shine the light on it somehow. But how? My train of thought was right. It's just trying to actually get it to do the fucking thing. Yeah, I'll probably, like I said, oh, hang on, what's this? Didn't see this before.
Over the doorway was a statue of a hooded figure bearing a cross. It looked kind of sinister.
Jesus, innit? I'll play that card game simulator once it's actually out. Well, that's the only place that's actually shining any light. To use it on the window? No. So you've got those candles there. Do we have to use the... Surely we don't have to use it on these, do we? Oh, okay, look, it gives you the option to... You can only click on the candlestick when you've got this in your hand. Oh. Oh, that's interesting. Right, so we do have to... Does it change if we open the window?
It was a rod with a cone and a hook on the end. I guessed it was for snuffing out the big candle in the chandelier.
Hmm. Don't know now. Like, we've got... How do we manipulate this to actually do what we want it to do? That's so weird that it lets me, like... I can click on the candle like this, but I can't... It doesn't actually do anything. Oh, okay. Ah, there you go. Oh yeah, of course, because it'll light, won't it? The paint makes it flammable. There you go. Is the window going to blow it out? Yeah, okay. Now that it's burnt.
The tissue was pretty charred, but the grease paint had done most of the burning.
Alright, so close that. Put it down. Alright. There you go. We got it. Is there going to be something in the candle? Jesus, how long did he wait for? He just stood there for hours.
The
waiting for that.
candle had burnt brilliantly,
Okay.
but only for a couple of minutes. Some kind of special formulation, I guess. And had yielded up this.
Chess piece?
A complex shape expertly cut in stone. I figured it was some kind of key.
Okay.
It was a smooth, intricately carved piece of stone that had been concealed inside the great candle. The candle had burned brilliantly, but briefly. There wasn't a lot left.
Just destroyed an antique candle. Yeah, tissues are pretty flammable as is, you're right. I would have expected it to burn a lot quicker. Oh, we can show Lopez our burnt tissue. It's got to be interested in that, surely.
Hi, Lopez. Got a minute?
Certainly, senor. How can I help you?
This tissue is charred.
You won't get any argument from me on that, Senor Stobart.
Do you know what this is?
No, senor. Is it some kind of key?
Yeah, I think it probably is.
Where did you get it?
It was hidden inside the big candle in the mausoleum.
And you burnt it? I wondered what the light was I saw through the window. My lady will be furious. The candle was centuries old.
Ah.
Yeah, but, you know, we had a hunch.
Any ideas yet?
We are looking for a source of water, see?
Yes.
For generations, the Spanish country folk have had a secret way of locating water, even if it is meters beneath the ground.
Ah, you're not talking about water dousing, are you?
Eh?
You know, you get a stick and walk around until the stick twitches and dig there.
Oh, you've heard of it.
Did anyone try
Yeah,
this?
I think most of the planet has. Okay, let's get a stick.
Uno momento. It must be a special stick, a Y of hazel.
Right. Do you have any hazel trees?
See, here. That is hazel.
Wait, what is hazel?
Catch you later, Lopez.
Adios, Senor Stobart.
Oh, that's a hazel, I guess. Yeah, did anyone try that, the water dowsing thing? This all just reminds me of when kids want to open like a banana or crisps or something at work and they just hold it up to me. I'm like, a banana? Yes.
So that was what a hazel tree looks like.
Well, and don't ask to actually open it.
I went over to find a suitable stick. I don't believe it. There wasn't a single usable Y-shaped branch on the whole damn thing.
Of course there isn't. So, use your
Hi,
words,
Lopez.
children.
Got a minute?
Certainly, Senor.
I can't find any usable branches on that hazel tree.
No, que lata.
How am I supposed to find the well without a divining rod?
I have no idea, senor.
Oh, never mind. Catch you later, Lopez.
Adios, Senor Stobart.
Let's go and talk to the Countess. I bet it is, yeah.
Hello again. Mind if I sit?
Please, be my guest.
What does this charred tissue suggest to you?
You have pyromaniac tendencies?
Yeah.
What do you make of this?
It looks like some sort of key. Where did you get it from?
It was buried inside the great candle in the mausoleum.
Inside it. What have you done to it?
I, lit it.
But it is irreplaceable.
Listen, the candle was to be lit in case of Moorish attack, right? Well, it burnt down in no time and revealed this key thing. Maybe that was the real purpose of lighting the candle.
What are you suggesting?
That lighting the candle was the equivalent of break glass in case of emergency.
Sentiment must not stand in the way of solving this mystery. You did the right thing.
What do you make of this?
It is the stone key that you showed me earlier, is it not?
Okay.
I'll just have another look around.
Very well.
You've still got to find a twig. Is one going to be in here, maybe?
It was way too warm to light the fire. The fire was made up and ready, waiting for the year to turn cold. Now, what would I want? Beside the fire was a stack of
God, I'm going to get stuck again. Maybe there's somewhere else in the garden we can have a look.
It was just a little utility room with, unless you counted. I didn't want a pot plant.
Why? Why, Georgie? Nothing else over here, is there? Oh, there's another one.
It looked a lot like a hazel tree. I went over to find a suitable stick. Aha!
We got it.
It was a thin, supple twig of hazel.
Supple. This place looks like way more haggard in the old version.
Hi, Lopez. Got a minute?
Certainly, senor. How can I help you?
I don't think I am.
Well, I got my divining rod. Now what?
Simplicity itself, senor. Hold the wand at the upper ends of the Y. Apply a little tension with your wrists so that the slightest movement of the wand's tip is clear, and walk slowly and steadily over the area.
Sounds easy enough. We'll find this well in no time.
Sometime later. Oh, he's doing something different. Holy shit. Some big old glasses. Yeah, I want to say it's over there.
Senor Stobart, you've found something.
This is it. This is where we find the secret of the Templars. Hidden here for hundreds of years. Lost from the sight of man until now. The mystery is revealed.
It's a tin can.
I've been walking up and down with a twig in my hands, looking for a tin can.
It had water in it. That's what the dowsing stick must have detected.
I'd have to check with an archaeologist, but I don't think the Templars left that.
In truth, Senor Stobart, the loan was laid many, many years ago. This can could date back to the Napoleonic Wars.
Get rid of it and I'll try it again. Lopez threw the can away. It seemed to fall an awfully long way.
Hmm?
The splash at the end confirmed what we both suspected. Well, I'll be a monkey's uncle.
It has been here all the time. All those years and nobody found it.
Stood in awe for a moment, marveling at the secrets all around us.
I could have fallen down that.
See, if this place had kids, it would have been found immediately.
The well had been lost for decades at least. The air was cool after the noon sun, but that's not what gave me goosebumps. I have a really, really bad feeling about this.
That's not what you want to hear, is it? Old Han Solo here. Right, what we got then?
Sometime in antiquity, there'd been a rock slide. Big ones. I wished I'd had a hard hat. I'd need tools to move all that stuff. Heavy equipment that just wasn't available.
Should have nicked the hard hat from the guy at the beginning. Oh, that one looks fairly similar. There's the lion's head.
A great stone lion's head with a gaping maw full of fangs. As far as I knew, nobody had cast eyes upon it for centuries as it stood, waiting in the cool shadows. The words of the psalm kept running through my head.
Why the music
Save
gets so
me from
scary?
the lion's mouth.
Stick your hand in it.
From a distance, the lion's head had been impressive. Close up, it was frightening. Hey, one of the fangs is a separate piece. I could hear the sound of a lot of stone moving, and I knew I was in danger.
Should we just stay here?
Senor Snowman! Senor Snowman! Are you all right? Senor Snowman!
Jesus.
I could hear the sound of a lot of stone moving, and I knew I was in danger.
Didn't give you a lot of time, did it?
Oh, very funny, you psychos.
Senor Snowman! Senor Snowman! Are you all right?
It's okay, Lopez, I'm fine.
¿Qué susto me has dado? You gave me a scare.
Nice try, Templars.
Let's look at the darkness.
In the deep shadows, it was hard to make anything out. I wished that I had Leary's flashlight now. It just felt like a pitted stone wall. I'd almost been killed for the sake of a red herring.
Oh, it's got to be a... maybe this is where the key goes. You have to shine the light, maybe? Can we shine it? Like if you stick it over here or something? He's just going to shrug, isn't he? I don't think we can actually use it like there, can we? Oh, there you go, well shaft.
There, in the middle of the door, I could see some kind of socket. It looked like this wasn't quite the dead end it had seemed.
Genius.
That rock face wasn't nearly as natural as it felt. In the reflected light, I'd seen part of it as worked stone.
Don't stick your dick in it. No. No, no, no. We're not going to be doing that.
Open sesame! Another secret door.
Missing chess piece.
Before I left, though, there was one last thing to do. You won't be needing that replacement piece anymore, Countess. I found it with the children. You'll probably want to be alone for a while. I'll be out in the garden with Lopez.
Or like flashed in and out of existence there for a second. Oh, Andre.
George, welcome back.
Come in, George. It's good to see you again.
Is it?
Sure. What did you find in Spain?
Without Andre, we wouldn't have got this far, George.
Yeah, I know. The clues led to an underground chamber at the bottom of a well. The Templars had left a tapestry showing a chessboard. The white pieces were vastly outnumbered. There was a stream running across the board, and a Templar knight on a horse.
Does it mean anything to you, Andre?
No, nothing.
Maybe we should tell Andre what else you found, George.
There's a map and a Latin inscription to the west at the edge of the world.
George found that in a cave in Syria.
Yeah, where the assassin almost killed me.
Then we have got the burning of Jacques de Molay and the date, 1314.
From the window of the church in Montfaucon Square, one of the few places where nobody tried to kill me.
Then we have the image of a church that George found at the excavation. I don't recall anyone trying to kill you there either, George.
And finally we have the tapestry in Spain. Did I mention I almost got killed there?
Not yet, but I'm sure you're about to.
It was only my cat-like reflexes that saved me from certain death.
Cat-like reflexes, eh?
And while I was risking life and limb, where were you, Andre? Getting your glasses fogged up over an Etruscan vase?
That's enough, boys. Can we get back to saving the world?
Of course. My apologies.
He started it.
Well, the Latin phrase are the words of Julius Caesar. He was describing the island of Britain.
Are you sure? The map didn't look much like Britain.
How come Caesar described Britain as being at the edge of the world?
To the Romans, the Mediterranean was the center of the universe. Britain was a remote, unfriendly place, inhabited by blue.
I can see a burn coming here.
It hasn't changed much.
Yeah, there you
They
go.
stopped painting themselves blue.
Except when they go to a football match.
They used an extract from a plant called woad, Isetis tinctoria. The Scots were using it until fairly recently in the wars with the English.
Fairly recently? I don't recall the Scots being at war with the English. How recently are you talking about?
I believe William Wallace's men used it in the 13th century. They might well have been using it as late as...
You can't remember, can you?
1314.
Ah, we're back onto that, are we?
Andre, what is it? What do you mean?
1314 in Scotland. The Battle of Bannockburn.
That would explain the stream on the chessboard. That's what a burn is. Right, Andre? As in Bannockburn?
Right, George. And it gets better. Tradition has it that the Scots were helped by a shock force of, well, can't you guess?
Knights Templar?
Yes, a group of outlawed Templars. They are said to have turned the tide for the Scots.
And it all ends at a church in the Isle of Britain at Bannockburn in a church.
What are we waiting for? I'll call a cab.
You coming this time, Nico?
I can't go.
Why?
Andre, you've been loads of help, but
What George is trying to say is that you shouldn't feel guilty.
I was.
We understand you've got commitments. Oh, listen, we have to hurry. Let's go, George.
We'll see it through. Oh, and, don't worry about us.
Oh, whereabouts have you got to, Martin? Bannockburn.
Oh, it must be dawn.
Oh, I guess so. And we must be nearly there. Somewhere, out there in the dark, is Scotland. We've come a long way together to get here.
Yeah. Let's hope it was worth it.
No, they've got the old Network Rail signs on there. There used to be trains like this, or kind of like this anyway. They're pretty old and battered. Hang on, let's see where you are. Ah, okay. Oh, dude, I need to show you that bit in the anime. It's really good. I actually haven't seen that in the manga. Yeah, I think you are a smidge ahead of Mol. Whereabouts are you now, Mol? In One Piece? Yeah, no worries, man. I'll if I remember, I'll try and I'll send you the video of that bit. Oh, even the tickets look like the old ones.
Hard to believe this thing saved my life.
I'll buy you a new one when we get back.
I wonder if there ever was a Thomas Merlin.
Didn't I tell you? I checked. There wasn't.
You didn't?
This thing has got me out of a few scrapes.
Maybe I should get one.
I've still got the clown's nose.
So I see. You should throw it away, George.
I wonder where Khan is now.
Forget about him. He must be miles away.
Do you want to look after this ticket?
Not me. I don't want to get involved with the British Railways official.
I've got dinner at some point, so I'll probably have to. I don't think I'm gonna get it finished before dinner. So yeah, I'll probably take a short break and then finish this off, and then, assuming there's time afterwards, I'll play a bit of Cult of the Lamb, I'd say.
There's something I've been meaning to say to you, Nico.
Is this the right time and place, George?
There might not be another time. I don't want to waste this chance.
You don't need to say anything. I wouldn't want to be anywhere else. But here, with you. Now.
I don't feel like I've had enough interaction in this game to really have those feelings, but...
You're exhausted. Why don't you get some sleep?
Sleep? At a time like this?
Excited, huh?
Would you like something to help you sleep, dearie?
Enjoy, Martin.
I've got some tablets in my bag.
Oh, no. Thank you.
Thanks all the same, ma'am. She was as beautiful as ever, but the shadows beneath her eyes marked the strain of the last few days. The old lady reminded me of my grandmother, except, of course, that this old lady was still alive. Pardon me?
Yes, my dear.
Do you know what time we're due in Stirling?
6:15, but we're running 8 minutes late.
Standard British Rail.
Have you ever seen anything like this before?
A manhole lifting key.
You knew that?
Of course. I never leave home without one.
You're joking.
What use would an old lady have for such a thing?
Would you believe that this clown's nose led us to being on this train tonight?
I would indeed.
No, honestly, You would?
Certainly. You have an honest face.
This lady seems a bit sus, don't you think?
Have you ever seen this man before?
An interesting-looking fellow.
Interesting. He's a killer.
And that's not interesting?
Do you know what this is?
Yes, I do. A young friend of mine shook my hand with one just the other day.
Yeah? Well, that's outrageous. He should be shot.
Perhaps. Still, his intentions were good.
Does the name Merlin mean anything to you?
Merlin, a master of illusions. Oh, you said Merlin? Then no, nothing.
Sus.
What's the book you're reading?
Oh, it's something I picked up at the station. A medieval detective story. Quite well written for that kind of thing. It's been out of print for years.
What's the title of the book?
The Crooked Crusader Caper by Molly Pegram. I assumed the author was a woman, but apparently not. His real name is...
Professor Nigel Pegram.
That's right. Do you know him?
No, I never met him.
George is a great fan of his, though.
Do you know Sterling well?
Yes, I do. Is that where you two lovebirds abound?
Yeah,
It's one of the places we thought we'd see on our holiday.
Be sure to visit the castle, won't you?
Oh, I'm sure it's a neat place, but we are not really interested in history, are we, George?
No.
I suppose espresso bars and boogie-woogie are more your cup of tea.
That's right. There's nothing George enjoys more than a good boogie.
Boogie Woogie. My best of friendo. If you get that reference, we can be friends.
Is there a church called St. Ninian's at Sterling?
Yes, there is, and I know why you're going there.
You do?
Of course I do. It's obvious you're in love. You're eloping, and they say romance is dead.
Nothing else we can talk to Nico about. Alright, let's get up, shall we? Oh yeah, I want to get save in first. I'm just making loads of saves so I can do... there's a couple of achievements that are based on specific things. I think using the buzzer on every possible person, I think, is one of them.
Where are you going, George?
Do I need to spell it out?
Don't snap at me. If you're going to take a leak, why don't you say so?
Okay, I'm going to take a leak. L-E-A-K.
Tickets, please.
Oh, hi.
Guy looks familiar, doesn't he?
That's a standard full-price peak return. Don't you have a senior citizen's rail card?
I rarely travel by train. My ticket is perfectly valid, is it not?
Well, yeah, but you could have saved up to a third of the cost.
I do not need to indulge in puffling thriftiness.
Blimey, you're a funny old bird and no mistake. Tickets, please, sir.
Here.
Off to Sterling, eh?
Yes, we are.
Well, I hope you won't be disappointed. It's a miserable place this time of year. Still, there's plenty of pubs and a lovely view from the castle.
Thank you.
I don't want to worry you, but there was something familiar about that guy.
Are you sure? You're tired. Perhaps you're mistaken.
Maybe. But I didn't like the look in his eyes when he spoke to you.
Don't have to do that, Mole.
Pardon me?
Yes, dear.
Yeah, who could the old lady be?
Can't you sit still, George?
I need to go to the John.
While you're there, check out the buffet car, George. Unthinkable though it is, I am hungry enough to eat English food.
Okay.
Christ, I remember when they used to bring the cart around.
It was the door to the baggage car. The door was locked.
They've got a Newcastle fan. Oh boy, they've been in a scrap.
All I could see of the man's face was a massive purple bruise around his eye. It was a strange contrast with his flaming red hair, which stuck out in stiff, greasy tufts. I didn't want to wake him. To be frank, without a cold water hose, I didn't think I could wake him.
Yeah, look, Newcastle fans.
The man's face was blotched and unshaven. I guess he'd been traveling all night. Red-rimmed eyes stared fish-like above his broken nose.
Typical football fan.
The windows seemed to have been sprayed with tiny flecks of froth. Hi! Having a party?
No, this is breakfast. Come on, join us, man. Away, Basha, wake up, man. What's company?
His breath was like the outlet from a chemical factory.
Excuse my mate, he's taking a nap. Sleeping like a bobby. I'll
Bobby.
wake him up when we get to Newcastle.
We passed through Newcastle half an hour ago.
And I never noticed.
They still do on long trains. Oh, do they? I haven't been on a really long train forever. I don't think I ever have, actually.
What is that stuff you're drinking? It smells like gasoline.
Right, I'll put hairs in your chest, like.
And your eyeballs, too, by the looks of you. Have you ever seen anything like these before?
Yeah, those look right wicked.
It's not a weapon.
Well, no, but you have to be flexible, like.
I mean, you could use it as a weapon.
Would you like a red nose?
No thanks, pal. I got one of my own.
Have you ever seen this man before?
Aye, man. He's chalky white, and I claim my 10 quid, like.
No, he's an international assassin, and he goes by the name Khan.
Well, aye, man, but I was close, you know.
He's a Geordie mole. You get on a train from Waterloo to Southampton, a trolley comes through. Oh, okay.
Do you know what this is?
No, man, what is it?
It's a hand buzzer.
You won't catch me out with that, pal.
If I'd wanted to catch you out, I wouldn't have shown it to you, would I?
Well, maybe it's his mate, pal. Like a clever double bluff, you know.
Does the name Merlin mean anything to you?
Merlin? King Arthur's queen?
Forget it. See you later.
Can we open the window?
You haven't opened that window, pal.
Why not?
It's freezing out there.
That's fair. When you say everything, what are we talking about? Oh man, look how fucking disgusting this place is. Disgusting.
It was the door to a sleeping compartment. The door was locked. It was the door to a sleeping...
Okay, is that one locked?
The door was locked. It was the door...
Yeah. Oh.
Oh, no.
Oh,
That
no.
gangster creep from the hotel, Guido. Well, he didn't scare me. Hey, Buster. This is a no-smoking car. Okay, maybe he did scare me. It got worse. I suddenly realized who the conductor had reminded me of. Eklund, Marquet's murderer. Guido looked like a weasel in a cheap suit. He also looked like the kind of man who wouldn't lose much sleep over murder.
I want to see what all the deaths are, so we're going to...
I really didn't want to shoot the breeze with this guy.
Oh, okay. Bash him over the fucking head.
I really didn't want to shoot the breeze with this guy.
Oh, okay, Reese. I don't think I've ever seen one like that. Honestly. Can we hide in that one? Do we need to hide? Oh, Nico's gone.
Hey, buddy. Listen, I need your help.
What's the matter?
There's a guy on this train who's trying to kill me.
Relax, man. You wouldn't try nothing with us in Basharia. We are veterans like, so action at Brightlingsea.
I don't recall the British Army being involved in a conflict in anywhere called Brightlingsea.
Well, you just take it from me, pal. You're in safe hands.
See you later.
How much we talk? How much is expensive?
I should have known better than to leave Nico and the old lady alone. Suddenly, the sword of Baphomet took second place to finding the girl I loved.
Oh. £250 return. Fucking hell. Oh, I think I got it. I got the everyone's buzzing achievement. Try to prank as many people as you can. Apparently that's the one that's a pain in the ass to get, so you can miss people.
The door was locked. I had a feeling that was where Nico might have been taken. Where else could she be?
Cheers, Mom. Yeah, 250 quid's expensive for a train ticket, isn't it? Could you not have got it cheaper with a, like a network card or something? And thank you, Crow. Oh. Okay, that time I did need the stretch. Yeah, flying probably would have been cheaper, wouldn't it? Okay, they're gonna let me use the window. Oh, still too cold.
Leave it alone.
Leave it alone, man. Oh, at this point we don't have too many items left that we can use. Yeah, see, I don't know why you can't use the windows in this room. Blue Stansted to Edinburgh in like 45 minutes for less than 100. That's much more reasonable. There's nothing we can do with these, is there? Like fully locked?
The door was locked.
And he's still there.
Guido was still looking pretty menacing.
Let's try and use all the items on him.
I really
just hand buzzer him.
I really didn't want to.
No.
I really didn't want to shoot the breeze with this guy.
Could pretend to be a ticket guy. Show him the tickets.
I really didn't.
No, okay.
Guido was still. The door was.
We can't get in behind him.
Guido looked like a weasel in a cheap suit. He also looked like the kind of.
Alright, I don't think there's anything else we can fuck with there. Let's try talking to these guys again. We talked to Basher.
I didn't want to wake him. To be frank. Hey, buddy.
Ah, there you go.
Did you see what happened to the young woman in the next compartment?
No, Paul, I didn't. Have you lost her, like?
She's disappeared. The old lady, too. I think they're in trouble.
Oh, wait, man, an old lady, too?
Yeah. You gotta help me.
Maybe they went to the toilet, like?
I don't think so.
They never go on their own. Always in pairs, you know?
No, she's been abducted, I'm sure. I've got to go look for her.
What's stopping you, pal?
The conductor. He's not what he seems.
You want to avoid him, like?
That's about it, yeah.
No problem.
See you later.
You gonna help us out? Ah, there you go.
Don't do it, pal. Don't jump.
I don't intend to jump. I'm going to climb on top of the train.
You're kidding, aren't you?
Just watch me.
Reasonable.
Hold on there, pal. I'll give you a hand, like.
It's like he pisses a fart. Barely stand up. Alright, we'll get another quick cheeky save in. Alright, what's this way first?
It was the arm that fed electricity from the overhead cables to the train. I could almost smell the high-tension current.
George, touch it. God, we had to see, didn't we? Let's recharge the hand buzzer with it. What? Oh wait, can we actually not go that, like, past that? That's just a block. Now, does this hair change direction if you go... Oh, it does. Okay. It's a nice... Nice bit of attention to detail there. Alright, so we could probably go down there. Yeah, that's as far as we can go, I think.
It was a sliding door on the side of the baggage car.
Of course, they used to have, yeah, the baggage cars as well on these old trains. There you go. Oh shit. What do you do? Red nose. Red nose and Eklund. We're dead. Oh. Dead again. A lot happened there, didn't it? I think we probably got a time limit there too. Alright, yeah, we can't move from there. Yeah, I've seen Reese, yeah. We were talking to Kel about it. Hopefully he's going to be alright.
The head of the axe glinted invitingly. I could hack Eklund into tiny pieces and feed him to the wolves. The rear exit was barred and padlocked. It was a fire extinguisher. The assassin was badly wounded, but still conscious.
Can we talk to him?
I knew killing came easily to Eklund. Let's talk this over like reasonable people, Eklund. I can explain everything.
No. We're not allowed. Can we go back out?
I figured I'd stand a slim chance of escape if I moved fast enough. But I couldn't leave Nico to Eklund's mercy.
No, emergency brake. There you go. Oh yeah, there is a time limit. George has died 1,000,000 times.
It was the signaling device which alerted the driver to make an emergency stop. The fine for improper use was 50 English pounds. I wondered if the authorities would consider this sufficient reason for stopping the train. I'd always wanted to stop a train, and now was my chance. You saved our lives, but why?
We were always on the same side, Stobart. Different causes, but a common enemy.
The Knights Templar?
Don't call them that. The real Templars were a noble foe. These barbarians have no right to that name. These men are no better than dogs.
What are the Neo-Templars after? What is the Sword of Baphomet?
Not what you think, my friend. It is a weapon, yes, but one which our enemies will find difficult to wield. A double-edged sword. A power older than Timolay, older than Solomon.
We'll stop them. You and me together. And Nico.
No, George. My journey ends soon at the Garden of Paradise.
You're talking in riddles. Can't you tell me straight what they're after?
The sword symbolizes a colossal energy caused by the alignment of the Earth's natural power fields,
which are focused at St. Ninian's.
The energy endowed the Templars with the power which made them great. A power which made them charismatic to such an extent they could control the will of all around them.
Look at his red nose.
Maybe not.
Maybe not.
How did you escape from the bull's head?
It is a long walk from the cliff of the bull to the village, Stobart. Fortunately, I know the ways of the wilderness. Also, I have a sister who keeps a garage just around the corner. May Allah guide you to our enemies.
Thanks.
One last thing.
What? What is it? He's dead.
He's dead. Alright, guys, I hate to leave it there, but I'm going to take a very short... Right, dinner is done. Let's see if we can finish this off, shall we? So the assassin has just died.
The guy was a professional killer. The last thing he deserved was sympathy. I had to admit it, though. I was sorry he'd ended up this way.
Talk to him, George.
It was a fire extinguisher. Underneath that heap of tumbled crates was Eklund. I wasn't about to help him out.
You might want to grab his gun, though.
Underneath that heap of tumble...
Okay, I already pressed the brake, but...
It was the signaling device which alerted the driver to make an emergency stop. I'd already used the brake to bring the train to a halt.
I like to use everything as many times as possible here.
The rear exit was barred and padlocked. The rear exit was barred...
Yeah. Could we grab the fire axe?
Don't even think about it, George.
What? Who?
Look me straight in the eye and tell me you weren't thinking of using that axe on Eklund.
Don't be foolish, woman. I was going to use it on you. I still thought it a good idea to take the axe to Eklund while he was down.
Can we actually... It's not letting us help Nico out. Can we use the extinguisher to open the door? Maybe?
I couldn't think of a single way the extinguisher would be of use in the absence of a fire. The rear exit was barred.
Don't even think...
What? Who?
Look me straight...
Don't be fool. I was going to use it.
Yeah, it's not actually letting me interact with Nico at the moment. Do we have to go out of the train?
Where do you think you're going?
Don't worry. I hadn't forgotten about you.
And tell me this instant, George Stobart.
I will. When I'm ready.
That's not fair, George.
No.
You took advantage while my hands were tied.
When Eklund pointed that gun at me,
You give her
I
a
thought I was
kiss.
going to die. I thought of all the things I'd never get to do, and kissing you was at the top of my list.
George,
Uh-huh.
George, we've got to get off the train. Eklund could recover at any time.
So what are we waiting for?
Just boot him in the head. Aww.
What are you doing?
I'm out of here.
Not that door. Do you want to end up like Flap?
Not especially. What remains of him is well on his way back to London. I hope he was traveling on a return ticket.
To be fair, the train is at a stop, isn't it? Have you played any of these kind of games before, Lila? There we go. Oh, yeah, this rings a bell. I think this might be the last area.
I'd feel happier if we had a gun or something.
Khan gave me something.
What?
His handbag.
Oh, great. If we run into any killers, we can give them a good buffeting. Didn't he have any weapons?
You don't know half of it. This bag's full of C4.
Wow. Why didn't you say so? Boy, we'll show them now. What's C4?
Plastic, Josh.
We're going to shop our way to victory?
2 kilos of plastic explosive. The detonator's broken now.
No problem. We'll buy a box of matches somewhere.
It doesn't work that way. It takes a small explosion to start the big explosion.
Well, that's not much use then. What does that sign say?
Apparently, during the English Civil War in the mid-17th century, this place was used as an arms dump.
Yeah? What happened?
Look at the state of this place, Josh. You work it out.
Oh, stray spark?
You got it. The tower was the only thing to survive the blast.
I hope the explosion didn't destroy the Sword of Baphomet.
Do you? I rather hope it did.
Look at how different the atmosphere is between the old and the new version. I think I prefer the new one. I play way worse ones of these kind of games, like the ones that are free on Nintendo Store. They're so bad, they're good. Oh, okay. I didn't realise they were still making so many of these kind of games. I thought it was still quite a niche thing. They're always on sale because no one wants them. Because they're shit, though. Like, this one was made in 1996, believe it or not.
She was as beautiful as ever, but the shadows beneath her eyes marked the strain of the last few days.
It was made 4 years before I was. That's been coming up a lot in this stream. I think there's a secret achievement here somewhere. Actually, let's put a save in while we're here.
There were lots of graves, some as recent as late Victorian. It looked like the locals had carried on using this place as a cemetery long after the destruction of the church. I figured Scotland had had enough trouble with Burke and Hare without me trying my hand at grave robbing.
Who's Burke and Hare?
The gate, like a lot of the church grounds, was in pretty good condition. I guess the locals tried to stop it getting too overgrown. No way were we leaving until the mystery was solved.
Fair play, George. I feel like at 24 I've finally stopped feeling like a baby, but I occasionally make my friends feel ancient. It's alright. You'll always make me feel ancient. I've got to be useful for something.
It was just about recognizable as the church I'd seen reflected in the chalice. Templars, Roundheads, and Cavaliers. This place has seen a lot of history. A large arch led into the tower.
Let's talk to old Nico.
Nico?
Uh-huh.
We just need a Gen Alpha friend to make me feel old now. Do we need one, though?
No.
We've still got our train tickets.
What should I do with this ticket?
Throw it away next time we pass a waste bin.
I thought I'd keep it as a souvenir.
Surely we need to keep it to get back. Is it returns? I can't tell if it's a return or not. Okay, nothing over here, is there? Nah. Right, in we go. Yeah, I'm not sure if I want to be talked to about Skibbity Toilet and all that shit. I think I might go mental.
It was a heap of stones and stuff which had tumbled down from the rafters. I scrabbled around in the rubble and found an old clay pipe with a broken stem.
I think this is where the achievement is.
The pipe could have been anything from 50 to several hundred years old.
Let me just double check. Think like a child to defeat an ancient demon. Yeah, I think it's this one. I think you have to use the clay pipe and the nose on the gargoyle, I want to say.
The wheel had a serrated edge which meshed with the turning cog. Marks on the spindle behind the wheel suggested it once had a rope attached to it. It was a simple cog arrangement with a handle to turn the larger wheel.
Reese, I was going to say, don't make Mole time you out.
The stone face of the demon grinned with a horribly lifelike expression. It was so realistic, I could imagine the sculptor carving it from a live model.
Thing is, everyone's had like bad, like weird slang words and shit when they were younger.
Nico?
Uh-huh.
Nico, I found an old clay pipe.
George, I don't care.
What are you doing?
Committing this inscription to memory.
Can you read it?
No.
What's the point of studying the inscription if you can't read it?
Because it could be important. A clue to whatever we're looking for, who knows? I might find someone installing to translate it.
We don't have time to go looking for a linguist.
No? At least I am doing something positive.
Nico, I found a pipe. What are you talking about?
What language is that inscription written in?
You're the languages student, you tell me.
It looks like ancient Norse. Maybe.
Perhaps it's in code.
I don't think so.
Norse code.
Fuck off. Jesus Christ, Nico. Yeah, Nico is a savage. She's got no patience for George's bullshit.
Above the carved cross was an indecipherable inscription. For all I knew, it could have been scribed in Gaelic.
Okay, so let's do this. Let's do this Chivo.
With the clay pipe in his mouth, he looked happy, homely, like somebody's granddaddy.
What do you think you're doing, Josh?
I wondered if there was a secret mechanism in the demon's mouth.
Maybe you should show a little more respect.
For a mythical medieval demon? Give me a break.
Okay, go right ahead. Meddle with forces you don't understand. Incur the demon's wrath and burn in hell. Just see if I care.
And the nose.
Sometimes the most childish gestures can have a cathartic effect. The transformation of the demon to a clown did just that for me.
There you go. Do we get the Chivo? Coping mechanism. So I'm missing a few. That one I know is from the beginning. What's repeat offender and shared history all about? And finished adventure of a lifetime is the ending. All right, let's actually try and figure this out.
I tried pushing the panel, but wasn't surprised when it failed to move.
Now, what slang did you have, Reese?
I ran my fingers across the cold stone and probed the holes in the demon's eyes. Beneath them, the mouth formed another hole. But I wasn't about to put my finger in there.
Don't stick your dick in it.
Nico?
Uh-huh.
Okay, so the handle's not going to do anything, is
The
it?
handle turned easily, and the larger wheel began to revolve.
Oh, we got a crank.
Damn! Then the handle came off in my hand. The wheel turned reluctantly with a creak of complaint. There was no obvious way of removing the wheel from its housing. Nico?
Uh-huh.
Oh, God, Butters. I remember that. Peng was a bad one. Yeah, he did say, if something was ugly, it was Butters, yeah.
Maybe not.
Can we use it on the gargoyle? Maybe? Is that the achievements pinging off? Yeah. It did nothing. Is there anything else we can mess around with here? Anything else in the rubble?
Under one of the stones, I found a metal coin which was green with age.
You've got to keep looking.
It was caked with soil, but what I'd found was a small cog and spindle.
Because everything is in the rubble.
With mounting excitement, I felt something between my fingers. It was short, hard, and black. Something I hadn't expected to find here. It was a plastic pen top. I didn't find anything.
I've never heard the term chirps before. Oh, I still use jank. But then Crow's my generation, so that works out.
It was an old coin. The cog was one of those objects I wished I hadn't carried in my pocket.
Why?
It was a black plastic pen top. It was the handle from the church tower's winding mechanism. It had cog teeth mounted near its base.
Let's talk to Nico about all of our
Nico?
things we found.
Uh-huh.
Look, Nico. Coin.
Look! I found an old coin! You think it's worth anything?
George, focus on the situation at hand, please.
Any suggestions what I could do with this cog?
Well,
Look what I found buried in the rubble!
it's a plastic pen top.
Yeah, amazing, isn't it? Finding something so mundane in a place like this.
Astounding. Let me know if you find any paper clips.
You were flirting with someone you're chirpsing. That makes me angry. For some reason. Neek. Well, I guess we use the cog over here. Cog on cog. Action. No. Oh, wait, can we take that cog out?
Now that the handle was gone, it was easy to remove the cog and spindle.
Okay, so we've got 2 cogs.
The cog was mounted on a short, slim spindle. The cog was one of those objects I wished I hadn't carried in my pocket.
So can we put the bigger cog in now? No? Do we combine them?
No.
No. Can you put the original one back in?
I placed the cog and spindle back in the supporting frame. Without the handle, the small cog and spindle were seemingly useless.
Can you mix these 2 together?
Maybe not.
Maybe not.
There was no way of reconnecting the handle to the cog except by welding it. The wheel turned reluctantly with a creak of complaint. There was no obvious way of removing the wheel from its housing.
Neek is like nerd/geek, but it was always used as an insult. Okay. Yeah, I've never heard of that one before. A grebo? What's a grebo? Emo was, I mean, emos. It was fucking goth. Goth was the thing when I was little. Fucking hell. Like, did you chuck the coin in it or something? I don't know. Chuck the pen top in the gargoyle? Sounds like a completely normal thing to do, isn't it?
I pushed the pen top into the mouth, and it disappeared somewhere inside the statue. It had probably gone straight to Biro Hell.
Can we chuck that in there then? Now? Is that like giving it something to grip onto? No. Chuck the coin in there.
The wheel had a serrated edge which meshed with the turning cog. Marks on the spindle behind the wheel suggested it once had a rope attached to it.
There's nowhere else to look, is there? I don't think we have to go back outside. Or do we? Hang on. ASL was a thing in my generation as well. Back in the days of like MSN Messenger and whatnot. Yeah, there's nothing else I can interact with there. I had like 0 drip, dude.
It was a heap of stones and stuff which had tumbled down from the rafters.
I would have thought you could use this cog on the big wheel, maybe. No. That's given us the pipe back.
The pipe could have been anything from 50 to several hundred years old.
If something was fire, it meant good. Yeah, I don't know that one. Don't put the cog in the fucking gargoyle's mouth, do you? That seems stupid.
The cog slipped neatly into the eye socket.
What? All right.
The cog turned freely, but nothing happened.
Could we put the other one in there?
Now that the handle was gone, it was easy to remove the cog and spindle.
Fucking hell, man.
With a rasp of metal on stone, I eased the second eye into place.
I feel like the red nose is causing a problem here.
I pushed the handle into the demon's mouth. The cogs all meshed. I began to turn.
There you go. Did he really do that? Did he just wink at the camera?
Nico?
Uh-huh.
Alright, let's get another save in. Yeah, don't put cogs in your eye sockets, kids. No, that's very true. It's not a good idea.
As soon as I saw the flickering torches, I realized the bogus Templars had beaten us to the sword. But where were they now? And why was it so quiet? The torch burned with a sickly dim glow and a stench like fire and brimstone. She was a... The torch burned with a sickly...
It's a second torch.
Nico?
Uh-huh.
It looks like the Templars got here first.
We might not be too late. There's still a chance.
I wish I had your optimism.
So do I, George. Sometimes you're so negative.
She is fucking savage, isn't she?
The powder spilling from the barrels reminded me of pirate stories I'd loved when I was a kid. It was gunpowder. It was definitely gunpowder, but it had solidified over the centuries it had lain here undisturbed.
They should fuck in the dungeon. It's not a dungeon. You could throw bear in front of any word and use it as like a descriptive to make it mean very. Yeah, I feel like that one's used still quite a lot.
No, George.
What?
Leave the torch right where it is. In case you haven't noticed, the crypt is full of gunpowder.
So what? Don't you trust me?
It's not a question of trust.
No. You think I'm a jerk, don't you?
Don't be silly, George. And keep your voice down. I thought I heard something. Like chanting.
I wanted to throw it on the grave, on the gunpowder.
Listen, I can definitely hear chanting.
You're right. I hear it too. What do you suppose they're doing?
It wouldn't surprise me if they were holding some kind of satanic sex ritual.
So, what are we waiting for? Shh! you look at that? Baphomet. Lovino was right. This place was ancient even to the Templars.
This whole place? This is Baphomet?
Finally, the truth. The Templars had never worshipped this graven image, no more than they'd worship a rainbow. But, like a rainbow, they regarded it as a symbol of a covenant with God, who'd revealed this place to them.
Rosso! Why the double-dealing treacherous?
Inspector Rosso was part of it?
On the contrary, Inspector Rosso has been the model of obedience, an important quality in a true Templar. Now be quiet and watch if you wish to live much longer.
Brothers and sisters, we are gathered here to witness the reforging of the sword that was broken. Here before God's sentinel, Baphomet. Grandmaster and Knight of Baphomet, we salute and pledge our obedience to you.
I salute you, gatekeeper of the temple. Seven centuries ago, our greatest weapon, the sword of Baphomet, was lost to us. Now we prepare to reforge it, to wield against new enemies. As the tired millennium dies, and this world looks for new leaders, we shall not fail. We shall lead the people to a new order, wherein all borders will dissolve. All will be united under the red cross of the Templars.
Actually getting a little bit magical.
George, we have watched your efforts to stop us with respect. But surely you realize that you have been misled by our enemies. Both of us want a better world. Fortunately, no harm has been done. We need determined, resourceful men like you. Join us, George. Join us in true brotherhood.
Yeah. True. Wait. Brothers? What about Marquet? What about Pegram and Klausner? You didn't look on them as brothers, only as failures. 3 men dead, and you don't give a damn!
George, You know that sacrifices are necessary. A very great undertaking.
Join you. I'll see you in hell first.
George, I had great hopes for you. C'est la guerre est going to kill him.
Oh, you bastard. Punch my girlfriend? Oh, wow! Like a Mortal Kombat fatality.
I just wanted things to be right.
Okay, now everyone's dying.
Take them. Kill them. They will not escape.
This wasn't animated in the old game, I want to say. Oh, this dickhead.
Well, well. If it isn't the great detective and his beautiful assistant, it's going to be a pleasure killing the pair of you.
George, what are we going to do?
Come on, Nico. We're leaving.
You fools! You cannot escape us. Guido! Stop them.
But master, the powder!
That powder is from the English Civil War. You fool. It's over 300 years old. How explosive do you think it can be?
I thought it was all over, but Nico had one last trick up her sleeve. Or in her handbag, to be exact. A handbag full of plastic explosives.
Maybe, but this stuff is brand new.
Oh,
Oh, dear. We did it! We murdered a bunch of people.
You know, you'll never be able to write your story now.
I don't care. I've got what I want.
Huh?
Just tell me one thing, George. Is our life together always going to be this crazy?
Find out in Broken Sword 2. Yeah! We did it! Oh, what a cracking game. Still really good. I think this will be quite short credits as well. Oh, actually, I don't know if I am, but I might be in the credits. I don't know if they put the Kickstarter names in the credits or not. I guess we'll find out. Yeah, small. Tiny Dragon Games. I don't know if I am. I can't remember if it was one of the Kickstarter things. Special thanks to Thomas, to me. Oh, I am going to be in it. Keep an eye out. I can't remember if I put soundshower or not in this. Shows you just how many people. I really hope that I actually added in my name in this. Yeah, probably Crow. I think, yeah. I did it, Mol. Okay, yeah. There was, I forget which game it was. I think it was Mighty Number 9. I think I think I missed the email that gave you the opportunity to put your name in the credits, which is annoying. Can't remember if they, like, I'm sure there was an email where they said, like, oh, we know a lot of people missed it, so we'll put in a patch and add you back in or something. Why have I got to have such a late letter? I'm sorry. What do you want me to do? That's a lot more people than I thought did the back to this actually. Want me to pause it? Want me to pause and screenshot it for you? Oh, it's all right. No, don't worry. I can always go back and take a picture of the stream if I need to. Here we go. I can't see me. Am I not there? Oh wait, is there another? Ah, there's a second tier. There's a second tier. I think it depended on which one you went for. So I got the collector's edition, so... There might be a third tier, in fact. For a second I was like, oh fuck, I'm not there. Took me a while to get to where you were in Sea of Stars, right. I'm sorry my name starts with such a late letter. What can I tell you? Chris Mint Cake Kendall. I didn't see that. Did someone just put in a... Someone just put in a URL address there, I think. Yeah, true. Very true. I do see some people have put in their username in here. Greatest dad of all time. Your surname always made you at the end. Otherwise you're in the middle. Yeah, that's what what was that all about, Reese? Duffy, Vampy, Firefox. Mr. O, is that Mr. Oh, it's going Mr. O instead of Mr. Zero. I was going to say, is that a bloody One Piece reference? Be aware there could be a third tier here. I know there's actually a couple of tiers, I want to say. See if I was in this one. Titch. That was one of my nicknames for my auntie back when I was younger. Titchy T. Did someone actually put Mr. T? I didn't see that. Yeah, it's got. I think there's another tier. I put my name. I put Soundshower in the middle. I want to say Templar Knight. This could be it. This might be it, guys. I don't know. Dab it up. This one's going a little bit quicker. I don't know. I can't remember which tier it was. See, this one's not so bad. It's going quicker. It's not. I know it wasn't the top tier because I think the top tier was there was like only a couple of people or something. I think got in on that one. Huh? I didn't see it there. Okay, that's a bit worrying. Maybe I did miss it. That'd be so irritating if I missed it. I'll have to go back and check, see if I did it or not. Oh, this must be like some of the original credits here. Savage Warriors booklet. Oh god, I hope I didn't miss it. That sucks so much if I did. It's one game I wouldn't want to miss it in. Oh.
Hello again.
What now?
Do you know anything about medieval manuscripts?
No more than you, I'll bet.
Does this gem mean anything to you?
Aha! Is it real? It must be worth a small fortune. You stole it, I suppose.
I'm not a crook.
What's this? Is this like
Excuse me?
outtakes or something?
Yes, sir.
I've got a toilet chain from a bar in Syria.
No, Kitty. A toilet chain? From Syria? You sad man.
What now, monsieur?
Check out my ID card.
Your ID card, monsieur? I don't think so.
No, it's Rosso's card.
Attempting to impersonate a policeman is a criminal offense, monsieur.
Ah, forget it. Thanks for your help, buddy.
Are they just ones you can miss?
Hi, ma'am.
Hello, George. What can I do for you now?
Does the name on this card mean anything to you?
Augustin Rosso? No, dear, nothing. It conjures up the image of a Gaulois-smoking, absinthe-drinking French policeman. I'm sure the real Inspector Rosso is nowhere near so romantic.
I think you'd be surprised.
These must be ones that were on the cutting room floor or something. Chapter select. Well, I'm going to have to go back and check the Kickstarter thing to see if I actually enter my name, but I'm gutted if I didn't actually add it in. That would suck. But anyway, regardless of that, very good game. I'm hoping, I really, really hope they do the second one as well, because the I'd argue the second one is possibly better. It's like more of the same, but it's got some more interesting puzzles in it from what I remember. But yes, you know what? Like, consider